I'm sure it will. We'll be fine. We're going to start in a few minutes. Viewers will hopefully start coming in. Nazim Beltran is here from Milan. Nazim, if you want to jump in and say hello, if you have time, come on in and say hi real quick before we start. And hopefully Kieran is going to be here too, if she's available. Hey, Nazim.
Nice.
So Nazim and his wife have a show from Italy called Casa Chiese. And Betty is an amazing home cook too, and they just travel around. And Nazim has lived in the United States, so he's familiar, and from Florida. So
close to where the chef is right now. I'm from Miami.
I just went to Miami as a little side trip before my honeymoon.
Oh, cool!
Great place. You are lucky.
Yeah. Italy's nice. Italy's nice because the food is great.
I believe that.
And the ingredients are super great. This is going to be great. Healthy vegan desserts. Oh, this is a great idea. Great idea.
Thank you. I don't push anyone to be vegan, but I just find that plant-based is really good for everyone's diet. So why not?
Excellent. Let's see, we got people joining in already. When are you going to start? It's 2 minutes. I'm out of here. Bye.
Yeah, we're going to start in a couple minutes. Just wanted to say hi to you and let Kristine say hi to you. And
nice meeting you.
We'll get started pretty soon.
Bye.
Good. All right. See you later, Nazim. So what are you going to make for us today? We're recording now, but you can let us know what you're going to make.
Okay. Well, Kristine with Welli Desserts, and that stands for Wellness Innovation. So part of that innovation is just taking classic desserts that are, loaded with sugars and make everyone feel guilty and give them a healthy twist. So my husband's favorite dessert are my carrot cakes, and I just made them for a church event. So carrot cakes it is. I think a lot of people love them, and everyone seemed to like these ones. So why not show you guys how to make them?
That sounds like a great idea. And those of you that are joining us too, if you can go over and tell a little bird. And you were here with us one time before, but on the left side where that blue thing, tell a little bird is, that's what send tweets out to let everybody know that we're here. So we want to encourage all of our viewers to do that as well. So, and I'm also want to make you co-host. So this will go to your replays. And that way you have ownership of it as well.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
Way when people come in to see your profile, you'll have something recorded there. And people I may not know will see it, and maybe they'll come watch me. And then when people look at mine on yours on mine, they'll come watch you. So it's good for everybody to help spread the
networking.
Yeah.
I like that. Then pass around the wine or something.
There you go. All right. Well, whenever you're ready, we can get started. And however you want to run this step by step, if you want to move your camera around, and anybody that has questions as they're watching, we'll ask them.
Okay. Well, just a forewarning, I broke my cell phone, so my camera is not mounted right now. It's my computer is my camera. Okay. So if it's awkward, I apologize, but don't break your headphones inside your phone. Just don't do that. It's not good.
Is that an iPhone too? Or?
What was that?
Is that an iPhone or an Android?
An iPhone. I have an appointment at the Apple store today. So, yeah, just couldn't come soon enough. So, like I said, Welli Desserts, we stand for Wellness Innovation. And today we are doing some new innovative things and making carrot cakes. And first of all, thank you, Chef Dennis, for inviting me to show some of these desserts. And I'll get going. So because you don't really have a great view of my kitchen, I'm just going to do a little, hey, this is this. So in this bowl here, I add 1 cup of brown rice flour. I use brown rice because I am gluten-free, and I recommend people avoiding gluten only because a lot of foods are just overly processed, and regardless if you have an allergy, just the over-processing isn't great for you.
Kristine, if you have your laptop, could you tilt the screen down a little bit more so we could get more, because right now we have a lot of headroom, and this might help. There we go. That's better.
Okay, I'll just step back a little. So brown rice flour in this uber shiny bowl. Sorry about that. To the brown rice flour, I add 2 tablespoons of arrowroot starch. If you don't have an arrowroot starch, cornstarch will work. Again, with over-processing, a lot of cornstarches have GMOs in them. I'm not a fan of those, so I use arrowroot starch, and great for those who are paleo as well. Then I add 2 tablespoons of coconut flour, just another great flour if you are gluten-free or paleo. And just toss that in the bowl. Also in the bowl, I add in a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of baking soda. What you find with a lot of gluten-free vegan desserts is that they don't rise because you're not using eggs. So to combat that, I use lemon juice and baking soda, and they have a chemical reaction that just gives a little more lift to your desserts.
Would vinegar do kind of the same thing? Because I make an olive oil vinegar cake that doesn't have any eggs in it either, and it kind of rises some.
Exactly. I make a brownie, and I use a raspberry balsamic vinegar, and it's, wow. I mean, I love the brownies. They're my favorite. But yeah, you want that acidic effect with the baking soda. And I wish I knew all the chemical terms, but I'm not a scientist. Just a health nut. And so that's kind of the flour combo. And now what I like to bring in, and what surprises most people at the store, is my use of plantains.
Wow.
A lot of people mistake these for bananas. It's not a banana, but it is loaded with magnesium, potassium, calcium. It's a really great fruit. And most people use it in savory dishes. They'll make like tacos with, you know, fried plantains and black beans. But I kind of like to use them as a flour / binder. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to blend this up in my Vitamix. So I have my Vitamix here. I moved it so you could see it on camera. I actually have 2 of these, and if you are vegan, gluten-free, or just like blending things, I recommend a Vitamix because they're amazing. But like I said, 1 plantain, and you want it to be really ripe, because the riper they are, the sweeter they are. And I don't like to use a lot of sugar because sugar's not great for you either. Little bit's all right, but if you can avoid added sugars, I say it's best to do so. So this plantain will add a little sweetness. So I'm going to throw that 1 plantain in the blender. Remember, super ripe. And then I used a 1/4 cup of a non-dairy milk. I tell people, if you're going to give up anything, give up dairy. Casein is just linked with so many. If you heard an alarm, my oven's ready. So casein is just linked with a lot of terrible things like cancer. And so just get rid of dairy. Not saying be vegan, just get rid of dairy. So a 1/4 cup of non-dairy milk. I'm using a soy beverage that I got at Trader Joe's. And I like this one because it has 2 ingredients on the list. Fewer the ingredients, the better.
Now, why
Hmm?
would you use a plantain instead of a banana? Would a banana work or no?
I don't know that it would, because they don't have that same ability to bind.
Okay. So it's the
they can bind, but it's not as starchy. So beans have a lot more starch in them.
Okay. Good to know.
Then to that, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And it's maple syrup, pure maple syrup. I also got this at Trader Joe's. I'm a fan. But don't use pancake syrup. That's full of high fructose corn syrup and garbage. That's not real food. And then I like to add just a splash of vanilla extract. Some people measure, that's about a tablespoon. It is what it is. And then 2 tablespoons of applesauce, just for a little added sweetness and moisture. I almost used my finger. I have a spatula. And then I do use oils. Some people are all about oil-free, but this is a cold-pressed organic coconut oil. And Costco has great deals on coconut oil, and they've done so many studies on the benefits of coconut oil. So whether you consume it internally or use it as a moisturizer, it's got a lot of great benefits. And as a fat, people are like afraid of fat. Eat fat, it's good. This is a medium chain triglycerides, so your body doesn't convert it in the same way as it does natural fats. So it's super good for you. And I eat it every day. So that's, like I said, 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. And then I'm just going to blend that. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting already. My lemon juice. 1 second.
There you go. Get the lemon juice.
Ta-da! Okay.
There we go.
So a splash of lemon juice. And you want about a tablespoon as well. So I'm going to blend that. So Chef Dennis, I need to mute this so you don't all have.
I can mute you while you do it. Don't worry.
So quiet me down. I'm going to blend this up in my Vitamix.
So we'll mute Kristine while she is Vitamixing her ingredients. And she'll come back and show us how to finish up this carrot cake. And I absolutely love this. I love carrot cake. It is one of my favorites. So to find a healthier alternative for it's always a good thing. And you don't feel as guilty about eating it if you know it's made a little bit healthier. Lovely sound of the Vitamix. Oh, can you guys hear it? I hope not.
Oh, sorry. If you don't have a Vitamix, you don't have to have it. So that's blended up.
You could use
blended,
then, couldn't you? Could use a food processor.
Yeah, you can use a food processor. You can use a regular blender. I mean, the plantain, when it's ripe, it's just as soft as a banana. So you can blend a banana in your blender. This should be no problem. So I have my flours in here, and I just want to make sure that they're whisked a little together just so it's all well combined. And now I pour this fancy little mixture in my bowl and give it a good mix. So doing that now. And I hope you guys like carrot cake because
I love carrot cake. It took me a while to get into eating it. I mean, the first thing I thought was carrots, vegetables, cake can't be good. And then one day on a bus, I was on high school, one of the girls had made it in home ec and gave me a piece. And I was like, oh my God. Then I was looking for it everywhere.
Love at first bite.
Oh yeah, that was it. They had me.
I'm kind of addicted to chocolate. I'm not going to lie. I probably have it every meal of the day. So it's really shocking to me that I didn't use a chocolate dessert. But carrot cake's good. I've learned to love it since my husband demands it. So I'm just going to mix that. That's all I'm doing right now.
Was your husband vegan or vegetarian when you started, or did you start the diet together?
It's actually how we met. For those of you who are Floridians, there's a little place called the Wine Room in Winter Park. Mm-hmm. And I got into a conversation with a handsome stranger next to me who overheard me talking about my healthy eating and my gluten-free lifestyle. And he suggested we start a club. The club didn't work out, so we just ended up dating and getting married. So that was nice.
That's a good story.
I call that a win.
Yeah.
So we just, in 10 days, we're going to have our 1-year anniversary, wedding anniversary. It's weird, but exciting, and I'm so excited. Sorry. Still in the honeymoon phase.
That's great.
I have my batter all mixed up. And to this delightful batter, and sometimes it looks pretty thick. Don't worry about that. Like I said, a little thick. Bloop. I'm going to add 2 shredded carrots. So I shredded these up so you didn't have to hear that noise. But 2 shredded carrots, and that's a lot, but I like carrots. So in they go.
Well, it is a carrot cake.
Yeah, right? More carrots, the better. And like you said, it's a vegetable, so it's healthy.
Yeah, cake and vegetables, it's perfect.
But, I mean, this whole thing is pretty healthy because it's a plantain, brown rice flour, a little applesauce, coconut oil, and some shredded carrot. So I like desserts that I can eat all day long. So I like to tell people you can eat dessert every day so long as you use real ingredients. So, healthy eating shouldn't be about restrictive dieting. It should just be about knowing what's in your food. So eat an abundance of healthy food. Don't deprive yourself. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. So this is all mixed up, and it's pretty carrot-like. Sometimes I'll add raisins or walnuts to it, but I was thinking of bringing these to a friend of mine, and she's allergic to nuts. So I'm going to leave the walnuts out, and the raisins, I've learned that some people aren't fans of raisins, so I'll keep the raisins to myself.
I like raisins.
Right? They're delicious. Someone called them grapes wasted that could have gone to wine. That's nice too. So I have a mini bundt pan that I like to use. If you have a cupcake pan, that's fun too. And I'm just gonna fill this up. So I don't know if anyone has any questions about any other desserts, but like I said, I have a blog. It's KristineCooks.com, or you can just go to Welli Desserts. I put everything there. And I'm just filling up this bundt pan. And you fill it pretty much like you would. I know with cupcakes, they rise a lot, but these don't rise that much. Like I said, the gluten-free flours don't rise too much. I thought you were going to say something. Sorry.
No, I was going to say other people could use gluten-free flours. I think they don't understand that they're not just for gluten-free. There was a cookbook out recently. I'm trying to remember who it was. It was the chocolate goddess, I call her. And she put out a book on other flours. Oh my goodness, I can't remember her name. I'll think of it. And I want to introduce you to Karen. Karen was co-hosting with me today. She's going to start doing some shows. So Karen, this is Kristine. Say hi.
Hi, Kristine. How are you?
How are you, Karen?
I'm good. I kind of just slid in very quietly, but what are you making today?
Today I'm making carrot cakes, and they just happen to be gluten-free and vegan.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, so I really like making healthy desserts because I have an enormous sweet tooth, and if I can't eat dessert at every meal, I get hangry for dessert.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do you have a favorite
dessert before even having dinner or any other meal for that matter?
Dessert goes with every meal.
Yeah, sure.
Do you have a favorite dessert?
I like anything with chocolate. I think as I'm getting a little bit older, I'm actually exploring any type of dessert outside of chocolate. So lately, for example, whenever I pick up ice cream, I always have to grab something that has chocolate in it or has fudge in it or anything like that. And my new favorite ice cream is actually an almond toffee, which is totally different. Yeah, so it's super opposite from what I've always normally liked, but I'm exploring a lot of different stuff. I live in San Francisco, California, so we have the luxury of having all sorts of different types of, you name it, it's there. And it's in so many different forms. It's healthy and it's good for you and it's not the worst for you, is another way to put it. But yeah, no, I'm totally starting to enjoy other types of things now.
Saying earlier that I love chocolate so much. It's in every meal of the day. But this time I was like, you know what? My carrot cakes are really popular, so I'm going to make that.
I like that you made it because it's your husband's favorite too.
I know. And he is gone for the day, so I'm like, oh, I miss him. He'll have these when he gets home. But
Here's the book I was talking about too. It's called Flavor Flowers, and it's by Alice Medrick. And Alice is the one, she brought us the modern day chocolate truffle. She came home from Paris with the recipe for truffle as a young girl and screwed it up completely and ended up making it better than originally intended. And everyone switched to her type of truffle.
And that happens sometimes. That's amazing.
What was that? I'm sorry, Karen, I didn't hear what you said.
Oh no, I just said that's amazing. Am I coming in delayed? Or can you guys just not hear me?
No, I just talk too much. I'm going to put these in the oven.
Okay.
The oven at 330 degrees for 16 minutes. You could do 15, but I like 16. So in 16 minutes, these are all done. I like to frost them with different things. Sometimes I'll blend up coconut butter with a little lemon juice, maybe a little organic uncut stevia, and just give that a blend, and that's like a fluffy kind of frosting. Another frosting I do is with tofu. Some people are against tofu. I like it. I think if you don't like tofu, you just haven't had it in the right way, because you can have it in so many things from sweet to savory. And like I said, I used it for this dessert, and so it's a little sweeter. So I'll show you a finished carrot cake. Ta-da! So these are my finished carrot cakes. Look at that goodness. I sprinkled them with cinnamon, but like I said, this frosting is a tofu frosting, and I use tofu, a splash of lemon, so about 3 ounces of tofu, tablespoon of lemon juice, about 1/4 cup of soy milk or non-dairy milk, and then if I wanted a little extra sweetness, like I said, I'll use uncut stevia, organic, or I'll use maple syrup. I love maple syrup. It's delightful. But these are the carrot cakes, and like I said, they're my husband's favorite, and they're good too. So that's kind of the dessert, and it really doesn't take long to make, so long as you have everything set before you. And I don't know, are there any questions? Like I said, I have a lot of recipes online.
Well, I did put your link back in there for you. And if anyone has any questions or anyone wants to jump in real quick, come on in. We have a seat open. I'll let some people come in and ask questions. But I have a question about the tofu. Now, if you're using the tofu, is there any other fat you can add to it or something you add to it to make it more like a cream cheese?
When I want to make it cream cheese, I always think it tastes creamy, but cashews are great. If you soak cashews, probably want like 1/2 cup of cashews, soak them for at least 2 hours so they get really soft. And then from there, you just blend them in place of the tofu. And then, like I said, add lemon juice because it really gives it that tart taste. And stevia or maple syrup or whatever sweetener you prefer. And it's delicious. So I actually have a recipe for cream cheese frosting on my Welli Desserts blog. So if you want to try that, it's awesome. I also have a maple frosting too with cashews, and that one's just mind-blowing as well. What else? What else?
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I have another question. What's your favorite vegan chocolate dessert to make?
My favorite vegan chocolate dessert. I'm addicted to brownies.
Okay.
And brownies are my passion. And for the last like 3 weeks, I've made 4 different kind of brownies. So I'm like, I have some in the freezer. 1 second.
Okay, cool.
I like brownies.
You have to share your recipe. Oh.
So this right here, blah, 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 is a raw brownie made with walnuts, almonds, and dates. So, I mean, those 3 ingredients plus a little cocoa powder, and it's a raw brownie bite, and it's really good if you're on the go because the dates give you a lot of energy, the nuts give you protein to keep you going through the day. And then I dipped that in a chocolate that I'd made. So it's just awesome.
Oh, that's awesome. You'll have to share that recipe again sometime on Bob.
I will, definitely. And then this is one that I made. Oops, I don't know how well you can see that. I have the pictures on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. But it's pumpkin fudge, caramel, and raw brownie coated in chocolate.
Oh,
It's
wow.
chocolate.
I feel like Homer Simpson when I say that.
That's amazing.
Nom, 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 nom. So those were just the raw desserts I made. And then recently I made another brownie batch using something called tiger nut flour. If you've not heard of it, I'm not surprised because not a lot of people know about it. It actually has nothing to do with tigers or nuts. It's made of small little tubers, and they turned it into a flour. So it's vegan, paleo, gluten-free, all that good stuff. And I recently made brownies using the tiger nut flour, plantains, and an avocado.
Ooh.
Oh,
They're delicious.
Avocados go really well with chocolate. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
Right? And avocados, I mean, people call them a butter fruit. They are a perfect replacement for butter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you're going to make like a yellow cake with an avocado, because then you might have a green cake. But like you said, anything with chocolate.
Yeah. What are the best? Have you guys experimented with fusing chocolate and avocado yet already? Have you guys already done something like that
before?
Yeah.
I've made frostings with it, and it's really simple. And I'm going to be volunteering at a church ministry to help make some chocolate mousse with them. But we just blend avocado with cocoa powder and maple syrup and just smash it all together, and you have a really nice chocolate frosting. If you use stevia, then you're, doing less sugar. It's not going to affect your glycemic index as much and your glucose levels. So when you use stevia, cocoa powder, and avocado, you're just really getting the health benefits of the avocado, lots of fiber, lots of protein, actually, weird. And then the cocoa powder, which is just full of manganese and magnesium. So really just good things.
Yeah. My father-in-law is diabetic, so I try to experiment with different desserts for him from time to time because he has a major sweet tooth. So poor guy doesn't get a chance to indulge in anything sweet. So between my mother-in-law and me, we both try to make him different things. So I definitely would love to try something with the avocado and cocoa, because that would probably be a really good that would probably be something that he'd really enjoy, especially because he's diabetic.
Yeah. I'm not a doctor, so.
No. I know. He just have high levels of sugar, right? So this just sounds like something that I think that he could probably have.
I think that a lot of the desserts on the Welli desserts page would be something that he could have. So give him a try. And if there's anything that he really likes, just tell me. I'd love to do a health hack and try to make it healthy.
Oh yeah, totally. I would love to do that.
The funniest thing, we went to a party with my parents. I love my parents. They're awesome. And my dad, who calls me a health nut, had a slice of what was a bacon cheesecake. Yeah, bacon jalapeno cheesecake. And I looked at him and I was like, what are you doing? He's not even a big dessert guy, but he ate this, and I was so angry with him. So for Father's Day, I made him a vegan bacon jalapeno cheesecake without any added sugars. And that is the first time in my life I've ever seen him eat an entire dessert I made him. Wow. He'll usually take a bite, but this time he told me I was not allowed to take the leftovers, and he proceeded to eat it all.
That's so funny.
So,
that's so cute.
What was your bacon substitute?
I used coconut chips, and I had made a little mixture of maple syrup, black pepper, paprika, and liquid smoke, and soaked coconut chips in that. And then I baked them for a little while just till they got crispy, crunchy. And you would have thought it was bacon.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's interesting because I've never had bacon. So I'd be curious to try something like that just to get a feel of what it tastes like.
I thought it was delicious. I haven't had bacon since I was little, but it was awesome.
Very cool.
We used to have BLT nights. Oh, sorry. I was going to say we used to have BLT nights, and I hated the lettuce and tomato, which is 180 for me now, but I would have bacon and peanut butter sandwiches, and I thought they were amazing.
Oh, wow.
And then I stopped with bacon, but now I have a new substitute. I'm like, yes, bring on the peanut butter bacon sandwiches.
If you guys are just tuning in today, we are baking with Kristine, and Today, Kristine made gluten-free, or are they gluten-free as well? I'm not sure. Okay, they're gluten-free and they're vegan, and she made carrot cakes with a tofu frosting. So if you guys are just tuning in, go ahead and check out her website, give her a follow Chef Dennis, obviously, and this is her website where she also shares her other desserts as well. So give her some love and carry on.
Excellent. I had a question about you. You said you made raw. And for those that may not understand that, why don't you talk a little bit about the raw desserts that you make and what that means?
So a lot of people are under the belief, and I'm again not a scientist, that when you cook or bake things, you're taking out all the important nutrients. So they think that the best balance for their health is to eat things that have not been cooked. Everything is raw, uncooked. Nothing goes above 118 degrees. Otherwise, it's cooked. So when I make raw desserts, I fall in love with the food processor because that will grind up nuts and dates and cocoa powders, and that combination just makes these awesome chocolate bombs and brownies. And then, like I said earlier, I'll soak nuts like cashews, and then I blend them up with a little coconut oil and maybe a little sweetener or cocoa powders or, whatever combination. And when you freeze that, you get cool things like cheesecakes. 1 second, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I love that she has everything in her freezer.
I know. But you want to go to her house right now and
I just stay around in the kitchen too much.
No, that's awesome.
So this was something I made recently. This is a slice of pumpkin fudge cake. So this is pumpkin fudge and raw brownie. And that's just awesomely delicious.
Oh, that looks so good.
Deliciously healthy. But this has no added sugar. It has no grains. It has no dairy. So it's vegan, gluten-free, paleo, whatever diet you want to follow. I say don't follow a diet, just eat well.
What else do you have hidden away in your freezer today?
You have everybody on the edge of their seats.
I have my laptop. I was saying, what else do you have hidden away in your freezer today?
What don't I have in there? My husband makes fun of me because it's like packed with stuff. Because I always like to be prepared. So I think in there I have cookies, I have brownies, I have muffins and carrot cakes and chocolate cakes. I think I'm addicted.
No, that's amazing. Good for you.
It seems to be working for you, though, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I know. I'm pretty happy with it. We had guests. We have a friend that lives in California, and he's got a really cool farm in Salinas, California. And he came into our kitchen, and he was just blown away by all the stuff I have in my cupboards, because I have, aside from produce overflowing out of the kitchen refrigerator, I have in my pantry brown rice flour, coconut flour, tiger nut flour, hemp flour, maca, cocoa, carob. There's just so much cool food out there, so I like to play with it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. What is your favorite cocoa to work with?
I actually really like carob. It's not really cocoa, I guess, but it's really got this kind of like chestnut cocoa sweet flavor to it. So sometimes when I'm running low on cocoa powder, I'll substitute half of the cocoa with carob powder. And like I said, it adds this kind of nutty, almost caramel taste to things. So I really like that. So a really fun frosting I make, I call everything a frosting. Could make it thicker, make it a mousse or something, but sunflower seed butter with carob powder and a little maple syrup, and you have like a caramel sauce, chocolate caramel sauce that's just mind-blowing. We like to have fruit plates at night with a glass of wine and this like carob caramel dip, and just dip away, and it's...
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
I know you guys should come over for dessert.
I know. Do you have that recipe anywhere, or do I need to write that down?
Nope. It's on the web. I like to share everything.
Okay, awesome. That's perfect.
Well, that's great. Well, this has been a lot of fun today. I hope you had fun, Kristine.
I had such a good time. Thank you for letting me join you all.
And you see how easy it is. So I expect you to do some more of these and start sharing the wealth and get some more followers.
I know, this would be great. I would love to see you on here again, like as often as possible. Like whenever you want to jump in the kitchen, you want to make a dessert, you should just blab it.
That's like every day. You guys want to hang out with me every day?
I'm telling you, you have a loyal following, and it's not difficult. I use a 2-camera setup, which just means it's either 2 laptops or a tablet and a laptop or a phone and a you can mix and match, and it's easy to do and go through the show. It's always good to have a co-host for that, though, because they can address questions, they can let people in while you don't have to stop working. That's a good thing.
That's helpful. That's helpful. So hoping my phone is fixed, fingers crossed today, I can start doing that with the 2 cameras. Yeah.
Just need 2 Twitter accounts, 2 Blab accounts. So just set up this one set up your Welli dessert account, and then you'd have that, and you're in good shape. Oh, that's the cupcake. Just in time.
Oh my God. Literally perfect timing.
And they have a nice golden color on them.
Ooh,
and they smell amazing.
Oh, I bet the house is wonderful. Gotta love it.
It's fun. I'll make desserts for friends in the area.
What's that, Karen?
You're already getting encouragement over here on the side saying that they would follow you. Someone is a controlled diabetic. Someone else said, yay, more cooking blabs. So we definitely have to see you on here again soon.
Yeah, so healthy desserts. That's what I do.
Love it.
Gotta love it.
Right.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And Karen, thank you for joining us. And we'll be back. Actually, if you're around at 2:00, I have Allie Phillips coming on. And if you'd like to join me. Okay. And I'll be back at 2:00 with Allie Phillips. And she's going to be working on some seasoning mixes. She does a lot of fresh made spice blends. She traveled the world and picked up some of these tips everywhere. They'd be great for vegetarian cooking as well. So any kind of cooking. So, and her book is Allie's Kitchen, and she calls it Boholicious Food, and she'll be on at 2:00. So thank you all for coming, and we'll see you later today, and have a flavorful day. Bye-bye.
Bye.